Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another mukbang. Bang, 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 daddy, please. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, hey girl, hey, welcome back. If you're new, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I do videos on natural hair, mukbangs, clean with me's, shopping hauls, things like that. If you're interested, please keep on watching. Today I have, let me put up closer. I have lobster tail, salmon, and then some broccoli. At the end of the video, I also did a small cook with me just to show you how I did my salmon. I had got a lot of inboxes last time asking me how to make the salmon, so it's just a simple recipe. And the broccoli today, I just cooked it in cream of chicken and a few seasonings, and you know, that's it. And then I have my sauce here. No wine today, not in the mood to drink. Also have me some Tahitian treat here. Let me get a napkin. I'm back, y'all. So I'm so hungry, like so hungry. I got a feeling my hair gonna be getting my food, so I got a hair tie. So what I'm gonna do is just put my hair up, y'all. I was trying to look cute, but you know, forget it. So anyway, yeah, we're about to just go ahead and chow down. Look at my hair, y'all. But anyway, today I told you what I have to eat, and I just got to get a couple bites, y'all, because I'm so hungry and I want to eat it while it's hot. Oh my god, y'all just don't know how good this salmon is. It's like delicious. Didn't overcook it this time. So yeah, today ooh, I got the hiccups. Today I have a story time, like always, because I like doing the story times and you guys seem to enjoy them. So I got my little cheat sheet here, but let me just get a couple more bites in, honey. Okay, so my hair is looking a little crazy. Can you just put it in the freezer?
Eat it now.
Stop. Stop. Yeah. Put it in the freezer. But anyway, my dude bought me some Nettie's ice cream, so come on, eat it now. No, but anyway, story time I have today is super good. It's the dope boy edition.
Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Hey, move that dope. Hey, move that dope. Young nigga move that dope.
And I'm just gonna call them Cookie and Lucius. Y'all. Honey, the bomb. This food is so good, okay? I need to dip into this lobster, but let me start telling the story first. So Cookie and Lucius. So Cookie met Lucius when she was, you know, I don't like saying a real name, so that's why I'm calling them Cookie and Lucius. So Cookie and Lucius met when, Cookie was 18 at the time, just graduating high school, fresh out of high school. And she met Lucius. She chilling at the park. Oh, they're in New York. They live in the infamous Marcy Projects, right? I'm sure you heard of the Marcy Project. That's where Jay-Z is from. I think a few stars was brought up in those projects in New York. So she's sitting in the park with her friends, you know, outside just hanging out like young girls do. And Marcy Projects, everybody hang outside. That's just what they do. So this guy walks up on her and her friends. This guy I'm talking about is Lucius. Lucius, however, is 30. He's 12 years older than her. But he likes her. He peeps her out. Been seeing her around, I guess. He approaches Cookie. He walks over to the lady. He's like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And she's like, me? And he's like, yeah, baby. So all the ladies was excited seeing him walk over because he's Lucius Lion. No, but he the man in the streets, basically. His name out here, he got that money. He sell drugs, and he's just the king of the project. So she like, me? So he shoot her down or whatever. Let me go ahead and break this down. He shoot her down or whatever and asked her on a date. You know, tell her he been peeping her out. Saying, I heard you ain't got no man. I can take care of you. Blah, blah, blah. You know how drug dealers talk. Baby, let me take care of you. Let me put you up in this and do that. Wooed her over. She's 16. I mean, she's 18. First, number one, dipping it in the sauce, y'all. I can eat lobster every day. If you know me, you know I love lobster. But asked her to take her on a date. Of course, she said yes, like I said, because everybody know him. She like, psh, the baller after me. And I'm about to get that because she grew up, I guess she grew up at hard times. Her father wasn't around. So it was just up to her single mom to raise her. And those are the projects. So clearly they were not fortunate. Because she lived there. He was just doing work in other apartments. But anyway, he asked her out on a date. Of course, she said yes. So they go on a date. He wine and dine her. Take her to a nice fancy restaurant. Take her to a nice fancy restaurant and then a movie. She felt like a princess. She never been treated like that before. She's only 18. She's probably used to dealing with like high school kids or something. So this grown man showed her what to do. So she said she felt like a princess. Not only did she feel like a princess, afterwards he took her home and slam dunked her. So he slam dunked her and she said she's never been done that way before. He made her feel like a queen. During the day, he made her feel like a princess. But during that bedtime, he made her feel like a queen. He was experienced. He's 12 years older than her. So he put it down. Baby girl was sprung after that. She said, he did things to me that I ain't never had done to me before. And that was it. She fell in love. A few months later, they move in together. Baby girl life changed. Her friends start saying that they noticed, you know, her coming from nothing to everything. She had all the latest stuff. And of course, she was dating a baller. She was the baller's girl. She went from nothing to having every latest trend out. Just living a life. So she thought, she went from project girl to boss bitch. Okay, he bossed her life up. So at this point, everybody know Cookie is Lucius' girl. Lucius already got a name out here, so they're like, oh, she the queen. Queen bee, you with the king, you the queen bee around here. So life for her changed drastically because, you know, she's popping now. She went from a little 18-year-old kid to the queen of the projects because of her man. Because he had money, okay? Money, the long way. So after they living together or whatever, living a good life, a friend of theirs gets pulled over. A friend of theirs, a worker or whatever, I guess. We're going to call him G-Money. And when I tell you why, you'll know. But G-Money gets pulled over by the state patrol. They search the car. Find tons of cocaine. I think it said 300 grams of cocaine plus a lot of cash and skills. He was clearly transporting drugs. He cracks under pressure. Tells them, it ain't mine. So they take some in for questioning, because clearly this isn't just somebody that's using drugs. This is a big time carrier that's supplying drugs. So, so they take him to the station, and he gives them the information, telling them that he also works for and is friends with the kingpin, which is Lucius. Lucius was so under the radar with it, they didn't have any idea what was going on, who it was or anything, until G Money got pulled over. So at this time, because it was such a large amount of drugs, they done called the feds. The feds come in, take over the whole operation. You know, once you get involved with the feds, it's pretty much over with for you. They wait years and years to come and get you because they're trying to build a case. So they end up working with G Money. They let him go because he's giving them all the information they need. He ends up working as an informant for them, but still being friends with Cookie and Lucius. So, once that happened, you know, Cookie and Lucius still living their life because he's a private informant, so he's not going back telling like, hey, y'all got pulled over or nothing. So they just living their best life out here, getting money, living good, the latest cars, all of that. So the feds are building their case while all this is happening. G Money is still running drugs for them and giving them all the information they need. They thought they was untouchable because nothing has happened to them so far. He was spoiling her, buying her everything she could ever want. You know, they live nice. They was living together. I could just imagine what their house looked like. They didn't show none of that, but just living a boss life. Especially growing up in a project to just having money to do whatever. So one day, G Money goes and tells the feds that, you know, he can get as much information as possible or whatever. So Lucius ends up fully bringing in Cookie. He takes her to the trap house one day, because they had a trap house. Took her to the trap house one day. You know, she's shocked because he kept her away from that stuff. He spoiled her and did whatever she wanted, but he didn't bring her around the drugs that was none of her business, which that's how most, I don't know. But that's how he kept her away from it, so he brought her in. He told her he wanted to start working with her. He wanted to start cooking and packaging up the dope. He trusted her. This was his girl. So once she didn't know what she was doing at first because she was new to the game, but once she got on, baby girl caught on. She became the real queen pin. So I mean, everything was done through Cookie. She was basically the queen of the operation. You know, of course, he was still doing the running and stuff, the labor, but when it comes to the money and transactions, all that, she was the business office manager, basically. So she told them, so they're not only now watching Lucius, they're watching Cookie also, because they didn't know she even existed until this G Money told them. So after she learned to cook it, like I said, she became the queen bee or whatever. She was scared, but she became a master chef. That's what they called her. That was her nickname at that point, master chef, queen bee, queen pin, because she was doing her thing in that kitchen with them drugs, that cocaine, honey. So money started reeling in more money for them. So he started paying her $1,100 a week. That's a lot of money. Okay, this was in the 90s, so that was a whole lot of money. This case is from the 90s. It's a new story, but the actual story is from the 90s. So $1,100 a week, that's actually a lot of money now, but back then, that was buku money, honey. They was living the dream. So $1,100 a week, she's like, I ain't never received this much money. She wanted to take care of family and stuff because, like I said, her mom was a single mom, and I guess she had brothers and sisters that grew up in a project. So she could finally help out and do what she wanted to do. So one day she hears that One day she hears that Lucius been messing around, honey. You know these men. Lucius been messing around, and she pops up at the trap house one day. Like, where is he at? Where is he at? I know he here, honey. I know he here, boy. So his friends are trying to lie to her and tell her, like, oh, he not here. He ain't here. She ain't believe it because that's her nigga. She know what goes on. She knows his moves. So she know he's there. Well, she busts in the house, walks in the bedroom. He back there with a girl. He's back there with a girl. She loses her cool. Again, she's the queen of the operation, so she knows where everything is at. She goes and grabs his gun out of the drawer. He's terrified. The girl's scared. She points the gun at the girl and tells her, oh, mind you, this story is, the lady is actually in the story. This is years later. Like I said, this was in the 90s. So she's actually in the story. Telling what happened, like as a narrator, kind of. So she said she pointed the gun at the lady that he was cheating with. Like she said, walk, bitch, pointing the gun at her. He was scared because he taught her how to shoot a gun. You know, they in a drug game, you got to protect yourself. So he taught her how to shoot. The girl, she ended up walking the girl out with the gun pointed in her face. Come back. Of course, he apologized and blah blah blah. Ends up reeling her back in. Again, he's 12 years older than her. So she was probably easy to manipulate, obviously. Apologizes. They get back together. Well, they don't ever break up. She accepts his apology. She was just smitten over this man. Time goes by. He's still cheating. Still doing what he do. He even ends up getting somebody else pregnant. So he has a kid on him.
What?
Honey, this Cookie is so loyal. She said, I don't care what's going down. This my man. And she didn't want to lose her, not only him, that was the love of her life. She was young. She didn't want to lose her lifestyle. You know, if she left him, that means everything that she been working for is gone. So she just basically overlooking stuff. Let him do what he want to do. One of them women that was like, he paying the bills, you know, I'm just going to stay. So during this whole time, as these months passing by, the feds are still building their case. But while they're building their case, they're getting more and more business. Like they're booming. They're the king and queen of the projects. So it's 2 years later. 2-year investigation at this point. 2-year investigation at this point. Due to the statement, from G Money, the feds move in on the community, the Marcy projects, and start arresting everybody that has anything to do with drugs or anything to do with Cookie and Lucius. So everybody starts getting arrested. Excuse me, getting arrested, and they all bringing up Lucius and Cookie, like, oh, it's them, not us, you know. So this is more and more information. More and more information for the feds. Like, okay, everybody we bring in saying it's Cookie and Lucius. The feds could do whatever they want. They start putting surveillance on payphones. They start putting surveillance at street corners, watching every single move in and out of them projects. But this is, Cookie and Lucius have no idea what's going on. They still thinking they're untouchable. So one day the police move in on Cookie. They're outside her house. She sees a car outside and she says she was kind of nervous because where she lived at, only people that parked on that block was people that lived there, and she'd never seen this car before. So she's trying to get in her car. The police hop out, guns pointed at her. She thinking she about to be kidnapped because, you know, they was in that type of game. But it's the police. She like, oh shit, I'm finna go to jail. So They handcuffed her, put her in the back seat, you know, screaming, yelling at her, "Where's Lucius? We want Lucius." She like, "He not in there. He ain't in there. He ain't in there." They know he's in there because they've been staking out the house. And they're telling her like, "I know he's in there. And if you don't tell us where he is, we just gonna have to go in there with force." Cookie, baby girl, strong. She's like, "You just gonna have to do what you gotta do then, because he ain't in there." Oh, the police go in. You know how they do, boom, probably tearing stuff up. Search the house, can't find him, so they do a sweep of the house. And they end up finding Lucius in a closet hiding. Dang. They end up finding Lucius in a closet hiding. So they handcuff him, take him to the back of the car. They put him in the same car as Cookie. They both in the back seat. She said, I didn't say nothing to her, but don't worry about it, we cool. He knew he could trust her. He knew she wasn't going to say anything. So they get taken to the station, you know, taken in separate rooms or whatever, get questioned. And he like, they show him all the evidence. They showed him all the evidence of the street cameras and everything they had. And they didn't find any dope in the house, no cocaine, but they found money, lots of money, documents, and a bunch of pictures of them being flashy and stuff. The documents was the drug transactions showing them, you know, back then the stuff was done by paper, and it just had a record of everything. Okay, so the documents they had showed everything that was going on, the people that was owed, everybody that they needed to know. So from that information, he's still saying, he's telling them, "I'm a mechanic. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm get all my money from fixing on cars," but they seeing all this money. And like I said, they set up street cameras and stuff. Mechanics don't make enough money to do what they were doing in the pictures. So he don't budge. They go talk to Cookie. Cookie tell her all the evidence. Like, "Hey, we don't really want you. We want Lucius." So even with all the evidence, even after everything he did to her, she stood her ground. She just said where she come from, there's no snitching, and that was the love of her life. So it wasn't an option. And plus, he told her not to be worried. She thought he knew what he was talking about. He survived in the game this long, you know. So they leave him in a cell for a couple days. Come back a few days later. Find her a few days later. Come back a few days later, talk to her. Tell her, you know, how much time she's facing. Damn near life. However, if she, let me show y'all. So good. However, if she gives them information on him, they would give her a lesser deal. She's not having it. She even ended up firing her attorney because her attorney told her, well, one, it says she had a public defender. Why y'all got all this money and you got a public defender? I don't know. But secondly, she fired him because the public defender was trying to push her to save yourself. You know, save yourself because you're facing a lot of time. And she didn't like that. Like, you going against my man. Like, I'm not on that. So she said she petitioned the court to have her attorney released. So she ended up firing that attorney. So they goes to court, trial, whatever, months later. At this time, they're older. This is years later. Like I said, it took them 2 years to build the case, and this is years after they was together. So she's 25 at this point. He's 12 years older than her, so he's 37. So they're settled in their age. You know, she's a good age. He's a good age. They're a little older. So they go to court. He's not showing any emotion in court. She's terrified. But she's kind of in the fence because he told her to be okay. Like, he knows what he's talking about. So they get to court. The judge strokes both of them. She's first. The judge gives her 360 months. I believe. Yeah, 360 months. That's 30 years, y'all. 30 years for selling drugs, man. Like, that shit's not worth it. They were charged with conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine. Him next. They stroked him. He didn't get no leniency. They gave him life. He was pushing that work. He had hella drugs, so they gave him life. So, however, she did 19 years in jail. She got released in 2016 due to President Obama. He had that that clemency law that was signed in to where non-violent offenses could have a possibility to be released, and she was one of the lucky ones. She sent a letter and she received a response back telling her she was granted. So Cookie spent 19 years in jail for this man. I called him Cookie and Lucius because Cookie Cookie spent 17 years in jail for Lucius. So she thought up until the end, but 19 years in jail for being a ride or die. While she was in jail, she said she had to break away from him because she was still strung out on him. They was writing each other letters and stuff, and he was telling her not to worry, he was gonna get out, blah blah blah. And she's like, I had to come to my senses. Like, girl, if it wasn't for him, you know, you wouldn't even be in here. He's never getting out of jail, and you in jail, y'all basically never gonna see each other again for 30 years at least, because that's when you get out. So she ended up breaking away from him, and she got released in 2016. She's doing good now. It said that she's working for a nonprofit agency to help people like her, you know, get out of jail for non-violent crimes, and also telling young girls, I guess she has a program or something where she counsels young girls, don't talk to drug dealers, and if you do, she basically just saying don't, but if you do, don't get caught up in the game. It's not worth it. You're going to be like her or dead. That's exactly what she said. You're going to be like me or in a casket. I thought this story was good because she was actually on there, you know, narrating like what happened. This is not just only her friends and stuff talking. This is actually her saying, I loved him. I did whatever he did. He made me feel special. I did whatever he wanted me to do. Blah, blah, blah. This is coming from the woman herself. So yeah, I thought that was good. So I don't know what's wrong with these ladies. Like, date who you want to date, because I'm clearly no saint. But I'm not involved in anything illegal. Don't put me in nothing illegal, because I'm not going to jail for anybody, honey. Telling anybody that for nothing. Don't involve me in nothing, because I don't want to have anything to do with it. He should have left her away from the game like he did in the first place. He would have never been in jail. But what they were saying in the story is that he didn't really love her. He loved her, but he wasn't in love with her, because he wouldn't have put her in that position if he was in love with her. Which could be true. But however, this was the 90s. I could see if it was now, seeing all the stuff people do with social media and all that. But it just goes to show that niggas always want to flash their money and all that. All the pictures and stuff they was found was them being flashy. Him and his friends with all this jewelry on, flashing their money in the bar, out just balling, okay? Balling out of control. And it got them caught up. It was part of evidence. Stop doing that. So that's like now. Stop putting your business on Facebook when it comes to how much money you got or ain't got. Like, all of it. Y'all, that stuff was so good. All of it. So yeah, she's free. I'm glad she's free. It was a good story. Cookie and Lucius, dope boy edition. Protect yourself, ladies, if that's what you out here doing. Don't be involved in none of that. Let that man live his life and you live yours. And y'all meet up when it's all done and over with. But don't be putting yourself in a position to spend the rest of your life in jail, lose out on your life, your kids, your friends, your family, all because you love a man. A man that love you, I personally feel like is not going to put you, like they said, in that type of situation. Like, what do I need to be involved for? You were doing just fine before you met me. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing, because I don't know what you're doing and I don't want to know. So yeah, I hope y'all got something to eat while y'all was sitting here with me. And that is the story time for today. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think she should have did. Do you think she should have been a ride or die? Do you think she should have kept her loyalty, or should she have snitched? I wouldn't have put myself in that type of position, but he cheated on her. He had a baby on her. He was just out here flat, just embarrassing her. And you telling me that I'm facing 30 years, but I might not do no time if I give somebody up? Yeah, I don't know what I would do, but I wouldn't put myself in that type of position. That's for sure. And that loyalty, that got her nowhere. Like, all these dudes are always talking about loyal, be loyal, be loyal. You be loyal and don't involve me in no bullshit. But yeah, that's it for now, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe. Bye. Okay, guys, so welcome to my little cook with me. I'm just showing you the salmon that I use. I got this from Costco, and I will also list the sauce that I use down below. I just added a foil sheet in top of the foil pan just to give it extra security because sometimes it leaks. Okay, so I don't have any measurements. I just season according to my taste. You do want to season it lightly though, because salmon is a delicacy, and it soaks up seasoning. So don't use as much as you normally would, like if you're frying chicken. Oh, and yes, I use the Kroger brand seasonings unless it's like, Lawry's or something for seasoning salt. But yeah, I'm cheap, so it tastes all the same to me. I just cut up some celery and I'm getting ready to cut up some white onion. I am no chef, so I just cut stuff the way I cut it, okay? So don't judge me. This is just natural honey that I got from the market near me. Nothing special. It's just a natural organic honey. So I'm just adding butter just to give it a little more juiciness. Butter makes everything taste good, and I love butter, so that's why I'm adding it. and then that is it. You just put it in the oven for about 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes if you like your salmon more hard, but it could be 15 minutes if you like it less done. So just depend on your taste. I do it for 20 minutes.